So let's get ready this morning. I have used my skincare and I promise there's a new video coming up on this soon. Now I have to tell you, if you watched my last video, you know that I left my makeup mirror in the hotel room in Branson and I've not received it back yet. So I'm using this old Conair makeup mirror and the light on it is casting funny shadows on my face when I look in my viewfinder. Let me turn the camera around and see if we can do this a little bit better. I don't know, but it looks like there's a lot more light on this side of my face. So let's do this. I can't see that way. So I'm going to start with my concealer. Most of you know that I'm in Arkansas, north central Arkansas, and the weather here has been just absolutely beautiful. I mean beautiful. Oh, and by the way, everything I'm using is in my little red box. If you want to know the exact products I'm using, you can go to the last video where I showed you what is in this box this week. But anyway, live in Arkansas and the weather is still absolutely beautiful. But it's a little rainy yesterday, still warm, sun came out. And today it's pretty, but a little nip in the air, but in the next couple of days, it's supposed to get pretty cool. In fact, we're going to have our first frost, they're saying. So, and then it's supposed to be, I think the high is supposed to be in the 60s. This weekend, we're going to Memphis. My husband has his annual fraternity luncheon. And we're going to, I have to think about it, we're going to go to the football game. Their homecoming game is Friday night. So Halloween of all times. So we're going to go there and it'll be cool. So has sort of been on my mind as to what I'm going to wear to that ball game. You know, you don't want to take everything with you, but yet you want to be prepared. The good news is we're driving, so I can take a few more things than I would if we were flying. I had someone ask if, because I buff so hard, if I'm buffing this concealer off of these sunspots, and you know, I don't know. I don't know. It's still, the sunspots are covered, so either that concealer is doing its job or the minerals, whatever they are, the Laura Mercier is covering, but either way, they're covered. I just realized I did not comb my hair this morning. Go figure. Let's go to the eyes. I'm used to flipping my nice mirror this way, and this little old Conair flips this way. I tell you, for those of us who are older especially, and have very few eyelashes, or they're shorter, or they're, this lining the top line, the tight line, is the best thing I've ever done. Well, you can sort of see the difference. And I find for me, if I just raise my eyelid up just a little, I can get under there, and it keeps me from blinking. I usually try to blink, but when you're holding your eyelid up, you can't blink. But it really does make your eyelashes appear to be a little bit longer. I used this It palette for the first time yesterday, and I was really pleased with it, really pleased with it. So I'm going to, of course I don't have my glasses on. I'm going to start off with the Snow Angel right here. Yesterday, Emily Noel did a review on this palette, and she gave it a pretty decent review, although she compared it to the first one by It. The first naturally pretty one, I guess. I don't have that one. But you know, the only negative thing I think she said about it was the color selection, and that they were darker colors, which for me is what I like best about it, is that there are colors that are more suited to me. Evidently the first one has some more vibrant colors in it, and I think you younger girls, you know, might like that one better if you were only going to purchase one of them, because you can wear those colors. I can't. Well, I could, but I'd really look like a clown then. So I've got my little color switch, sort of give this brush a going over, and let me see. Yesterday I wore the Spice, which is right here, right there. Today I think I am going to do, right next to it, the Sugar Plum, right there. I'm not used to talking when I put my makeup on, so if I get sort of quiet, that's why. And I'm only going to use the two colors. And I've said this before, this eye is drooping more than this eye, and so I have found that if I don't pull my color up higher on my brow bone, that it really looks, I look lopsided. So close that up and put it away and find, even though I do swish my brushes afterwards, I always give it a go again before I use another brush. Sort of blend this out. Try to hold my head so that you can see what I'm doing, but I'm trying to look in my mirror. You know, our fingers are always our best tools, aren't they? I try to look straight in the mirror when I'm applying my eyeshadow. I don't look down. I look straight into my mirror so that I get the color even. When you're watching someone here on YouTube do their makeup, are you ever saying, you forgot that, you forgot that, go back and do that, I see a speck here? I do that all the time. Now the really fun part, I am going to apply some false lashes. And these are some Kiss lashes that I purchased. And I've been wearing these a lot. And I did clean these, so they are ready to go. And I know you can't see me, but I'm gonna see if I can get the glue on them. I had them sitting on a cotton pad, so they are, I see some cotton fibers, and that's, oops. I do not, there they are. Need my tweezers. For me, it seems to be the drier I can get these, the better they work. It's like they just grab instantly. And I did have to trim these just a tad. And I always trim on the, there's a cotton fiber. I always trim on the long end. Let's try this. I was watching Sharon, 2-Minute Tips. And Sharon, okay, this end wants to pop up. But Sharon uses the adhesive like an eyeliner. And then attach it and then lays the lash on top of that. And I tried it, and trust me, it was like, well, I had glue all over my eye and all over my lashes. I'm sure it takes practice. This end wants to pop up, so I'm going to have to do something here. Perform a little surgery. Maybe I will make a little dot there on my... There we go. That very end just did not want to lay down. Notice I did not curl my lashes. I just do not like curling my lashes. When I curl my lashes and wear mascara, my lashes always hit the top of my eye, and I hate that. So let's, get the lint off. Hey, I see a piece. Sometimes you can see the lint after you get the glue on. Sharon does not use any mascara at all with her lashes. And I think I still need a tad bit of mascara. So when I get this lash on, I'm going to put just a thin coat of mascara. And to me, that sort of blends the lash in with your own natural lashes. Hers look beautiful though. Sharon says this, and I truly believe it. As we get older, I think we can overdo a lot of things. And again, it depends on the look we're going for. But I think it's real easy to use too much mascara and then it looks super hard looking. Okay. Had a little glue mishap there. I think I just didn't let the glue get dry enough. But it went on. And I don't have the corner issue. Before I put any mascara on those, I'm going to do just a very small amount of eyeliner on the top. I think this one's dry enough. It sort of covers any glue. And that rough edge. The Mally mascara. Yesterday was the first time I've used this Mally, and I will say it's still pretty wet, but I really got some length with this mascara with just a couple of coats. go. Eyebrows. As I'm aging and my face is falling, my eyebrows especially, I try to work on the upper part of my eyebrows so that I'm open, it appears to open my eyes up more. I think if I drew the line down underneath, it would give me less area under my brow bone. If that makes any sense at all. I'm going to go back into my It palette and take a little bit more of that light color and put just there. Maybe a tad bit in the corners of my eyes. So I like this color, the Sugar Plum. What do you think? So far, that's I've used 3 of the shades in that palette, and I like them. Hard Candy, Light Bright. All right. I've sort of learned something new on my own for me, and again, this is only for my face, but normally what I've been doing is I would have taken this highlighter and put it all, especially concentrating on this trench as I call it here, but I have been just putting it right here. And for some reason, that seems to be giving me a little bit better look. Because what that trench does is it creates that shadow. I still think I need some. Forget what I said. This eye looks okay under here, but this one, I can see that trench. Is that any better? I always worry about getting the shadow up high enough here, but I think I have it higher today than this one. Usually it's just the opposite. Okay, I think today we're going to use a little Bare Minerals blush. my handy Rimmel bronzer. You may see me with the same makeup on in an upcoming video. I have a couple of videos I'm getting ready to shoot. So the hair will be combed, but this same makeup. It's hard to talk when you do this, but I'm really liking this. I don't know that I like it any better than the Maybelline or the CoverGirl. But I sure do like the idea that they stay on for a long time. So we're going to let that dry. How about this? My trusty fan. And it just takes a second. Okay. You know this is going to stay on because this I just fanned in real time, and look, not a bit on the chapstick or the gloss. I think one of the things I like best about it, other than the fact that it stays on, I like the fact that it doesn't transfer on my glass or cup. Okay, I'm ready for the day. And it all came out of my little red box. I don't think I showed you this, but after seeing a couple of people review this, I did not even know about it. It's the Walmart Beauty Box, and I've signed up for it only because it was so inexpensive or cheap. Is $5 inexpensive or is $5 cheap? But they send a box out every season, so 4 times a year. And this was the fall box, and I guess I'd forgotten to show it. It came in, a week or so ago. I wasn't expecting it. I thought I would get the winter box, but let me show you what's in it. Just a little card talking about it. So there is, first of all, a full size of the Secret Clinical Strength deodorant. Well, that's at least $5. More than $5, I'm sure. Also, the Olay Regenerist Micro Sculpting Cream Moisturizer. Ooh, look what... Alright, sorry about that. Visible Wrinkle Results start day 1. Hold on, my battery's going dead. Okay, so let's see what else we have in here. The, L'Oreal Revitalift Triple Power Deep Acting Moisturizer. 0.05 ounces. We have a CoverGirl lipstick. And the color is, whoops, sorry about that. My little camera has a light on it that sometimes comes on and sometimes it doesn't. 030. It's your mauve. So, a lipstick. A clear scalp and hair beauty therapy damage and color control shampoo and conditioner. And a Juicy Couture fragrance sample. So $5. And look, it's a neat, great little box. I wonder how I can repurpose this box. I'm sure I'll figure something out. But you know, they even do the tissue paper. I guarantee you that baby's worth $5. Okay, we need some jewelry today, so let's move those and see what we have here. Someday, when I have lots of time to do it, I'm going to show you jewelry. This is just a tiny, tiny bit of my jewelry. This is one of those, I think, Lori Grenier jewelry chest. What I've done, and I've sort of been pretty good at this, on this side of this I have gold, and on this side is silver. I like that these slide out. You can hang long things back here and they go down. And then, let's see. Let me pull this out because there's something that's keeping these drawers from opening. So these are rings. Not all of them. Well, see, when I'm in a hurry, earrings that I just drop down in here and look over here. Sometimes when I take my jewelry off, I do this, so it sort of gets unorganized. But anyway, silver rings. This is all custom jewelry. Gold rings. I say it is. There are a few things that aren't, but most of it is. And then these open. And this is bracelets. Now, these are my Judith Ripkas. Look at this. I don't know what possessed me to buy this. I think I got it off of QVC, and I think it was Lauren Conrad. And is that a honker? I love it. I'm not sure. I don't think I've ever worn it. Probably should have sent that thing back. Look at this. I have worn this. It's silver and gold. This is Park Lane jewelry. I tell you what, if you've never looked at Park Lane jewelry, it's sold, you know, out of magazine brochures and parties. So anyway, little pearl bracelets, a charm bracelet. Let's see, that was Judith Ripkas. A few bangles and some more. And then it opens up again. And, oh, look, I have room. More bracelets. Another one. Some old coins. And there you can sort of see how these things hang down. I have a lot of necklaces, but I'm not a huge necklace wearer. I sort of think they bring attention to my neck. So, let's see. I think with this pink top and the fact that I'm just in the house today, yeah, I think y'all seen that bracelet. But let's look here. I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm going to have to figure out what to wear. Probably just some little simple earrings. Well, I'll find something, but this is part of it. Oh, a quick story about these chests. One of my dearest friends, several years ago, her house burned to the ground. And it was totaled. And we went through the next day to see if there was anything that we could salvage. And she had a chest just like this. We bought them at the same time. And this chest was not burned, and all of her jewelry inside of it was intact. I don't know if it was the chest that protected it. I mean, it had soot marks and, you know, all over it. It was covered in soot. But her jewelry was saved. This is one of those preserves. It's supposed to keep it has the inside so that if you keep it closed, it's supposed to keep your jewelry from needing to be cleaned for, they say, like 25 years. So, but as I said, I've been an avid jewelry collector for many, many, many years. And I've just in the last couple of years stopped buying so much jewelry. And we'll put this up here too. And but I have boxes of it in my closet. My shelves are covered with jewelry. Quite a collection.